Hi guys and gals, RyzorGick here, back on his own channel, not review or die for a change, but that may change, blah blah blah. I'm not going to bother with too much spiel, but today we're doing something sort of different, or it's a rework of something I had an idea for before, called Gick picks. Where basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the sort of news feed that's sort of built into the Samsung Galaxy 7, the phone I still have. So it's sort of like the newsfeed, like what it considers the most important news things of the day, and some of them are terrible, and some of them are, you know, they are true, they are very important. Goes from things about celebrities to things about government and politics all over the world. I haven't changed the settings yet, so I haven't chosen what stories that'll be brought up. I'm just going to go through them and share my opinions on them. So this could be good, this could be terrible, we shall see. Okay, our first story is, I'm only going to read the brief bit so we know what it's about. The headline is 2 lorry drivers jailed over fatal M1 crash. Starting off very, very cheerful. 2 lorry drivers have been jailed over the crash last year that resulted in the deaths of 8 people on the M1. Oh god, that name. RyzorGick, 31, was jailed for 14 years for causing death by dangerous driving, while David Wagstaff, brilliant name, although you're a murderer, 54, was sentenced to 40 months for causing death by careless driving. Okay, so you're not a murderer, you're a careless driver who happens to have murdered people. Scooter gang steals BBC boat race camera. Slightly less serious now. A brazen scooter gang of thieves blocked Putney Bridge in a daylight bid to steal a 100,000 BBC camera installed for the university boat race. Okay. Having been driven away by off-duty policemen, the thieves deployed the angle grinder on nearby Barnes Bridge with the outnumbered BBC security. So, it wasn't even a biker gang, it was a scooter gang, and they failed to nick one from Putney Bridge because they were chased off by off-duty policemen, but they didn't put security on Barnes Bridge, where they managed to nick it, I guess. So a brazen scooter gang, remember, not a biker gang, it's a scooter gang, has got away with a £100,000 camera. BBC, eh? Ah, I just realised something. There's a top 10 stories of the day, so what I'll be doing if we do more of these, I'll always just be doing the top 10. Anyway, Southgate warns of racism hypocrisy over World Cup. It's about football, so I really don't give a shit, but apparently England manager Gareth Southgate warned English football needed to get its own house in order over racism before pointing the finger. The former international defender, apparently, was responding to questions about the potential for racist treatment during the World Cup in Russia. I can't say for sure because I literally have nothing to do with any sport at all. I mean, look at me. But football, I can't stand the whole lot of it. But from what I remember, there was a lot of worries about, I think, the fans in Russia being particularly racist during games. So apparently this guy has been warned that the English fans need to be sorted out before we start complaining about Russia's fans. Now, I'm not one to generalise, I'm not going to do that, but I will say the few Russian people I've met have been very quick to anger. I'm not saying there's a correlation between them and every Russian person in the world, including ones in high political power points, but yeah. Working holiday visas. What? Oh, that's an advert. Okay, Parsons Green bomber sentenced to life. Ahmed Hassan will serve a minimum term of 34 years in prison for an attack on a London tube train in September 2017. The 19-year-old injured 51 people despite botching the detonation, which the judge said would have caused numerous fatalities. Okay, so this guy who tried to bomb a London tube train in 2017 has now been put in prison for 34 years. That's his minimum term, probably should be more because he tried to kill people, even though he was a bit shit. It was probably his first go. Obviously it was, otherwise he'd be dead. Anyway, he still injured 51 people, so that's a lot of people, so yeah, I'm not even going to really joke about this because I have no joke, but yeah, he deserves everything he gets. But you know what they say, practice makes perfect. Suzuki ends Anton Deck advertising campaign. Okay, so car maker Suzuki has terminated its TV adverts featuring Okay, so this is apparently a report from BBC News. Either way, it's actually like they didn't write Ant's name. They put and Deck. TV adverts featuring and Deck. Oh, this is classic. Anyway, apparently, a spokesman said, as a car brand, we recognise the seriousness of Ant's charge. We completely support Ant's decision to see stream. So, right. If I remember correctly, I heard something about Ant from Ant and Deck, that's all they're known from, is an alcoholic or something. I don't really remember. But apparently, and Deck are off deck and into rehab, apparently. Comic Relief plans to ditch celebrity appeals. Thank fuck for that. Comic Relief will no longer place celebrities in the centre of their video appeals following accusations of indulging in poverty tourism. Is that where you sort of get in a bus and it drives you through all the poor bits and you go, oh look at that, they're eating each other. Oh look, a child's eating a shoe. Ha ha ha. That's in my head what it is. One Red Nose Day 2017 film dubbed as offensive saw Ed Sheeran offer to pay for a hotel to take a number of orphan kids off the streets. Now, this may be just me, but when I hear things like that, especially right from now, he offered to take a number of orphan kids off the streets. I kind of wonder how many hours he was planning on for. Because, I mean, it doesn't say how many, just as a number, but if he was going to do all of them, it'd probably take a while. I don't mind Ed Sheeran. A lot of people hate Ed Sheeran, but I don't mind his music. I mean, I wouldn't probably pick it over other things, but I'm not that. I mean, apart from the fact he's ginger, I don't really care. No previous credit need. Oh, advert. EasyJet pilot suspended over cockpit Snapchat. Okay, 2 EasyJet pilots have been suspended after one of them posted videos on Snapchat during a flight. The Luton-based carrier said on Friday that both pilots have been grounded pending a disciplinary investigation. Luton-based, why does that not surprise me? I actually fucking hate Luton, mainly because me and Toby Jen, I'm going to name drop him here because I'm sure he's famous by now, we went to Amsterdam for a few nights. And on the way back, we were kind of hungover, really annoyed that we were coming home because we had a great time just being two friends in a city. We didn't really know where we were. Everyone was lovely there, all the people were lovely. We had a great time. And we got back to Luton, which was grey, dark, depressing, and we fucking hated it. That's my one against Luton. But for the idea that there's these two pilots in a cockpit going like they're filming on their phone and being like, oh LOL, hope we don't crash, that's probably not what they were doing, but that's what it is in my mind. And it's slightly funny, although obviously very unprofessional, and I don't really, I mean, I expect that from Luton. Don't know what I can say really there. This is taking actually longer than I thought it would. French police raid supermarket and shoot gunman. I thought the French always quit. Armed police have shot a suspect who took hostages at a supermarket in the southern France town of Tribes. I probably said that wrong. If I said it wrong and you're offended, whatever. The hostage taker, who is reported to have killed at least 2 people, is now dead. Okay, so he killed 2 people. I just was not aware of that. I'm not making light of anyone's death. It does not say that at the beginning. So they took him down. So a guy who was probably wanted anyway, he took hostages from a supermarket, and then they killed him. Well, that's sorted with now. It's done. I just didn't realise there was that, you know, people in France that actually. Can you get hold of guns easily in France? I thought it was just America. Policeman guilty of murdering detective wife. Who's detective wife? Is he good? Is he an alcoholic? Darren McKee has been found guilty of the murder of his wife, a police detective who was found strangled in a lake in Cheshire. If she was found in a lake in Cheshire, I'm guessing she drowned. He had admitted manslaughter but denied murder. Now, what is the actual definition? Because I always forget that my TV's turning off on itself. That's creepy, but oh well. What is the actual definition of manslaughter itself? So, murder, I think, is intent to do it. Manslaughter is you kind of do it out of anger or something, maybe. But if he was supposed to have strangled her, he had many opportunities to go, like, well, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. As he drowned her, I mean, she was in the river. So, Oh, hang on, what am I doing? What am I on about? He was found guilty of murder. But why did he think he was going to get away with that? Fucking weirdo. Yachty, oh, bloody another advert. Nerve agent attack bench cut away and removed. This is the ongoing, like, Russian spy thing, isn't it? The bench where Sergei Skripal and his daughter and his daughter and Yulia. There's another mistake from the news thing, or is it actually there was two people? Were found unresponsive. The bench where Sergei Skripal and his daughter and Yulia were found unresponsive has been wrapped in plastic, cut from the ground and removed. It was removed. It was taken as a potential crime exhibit into the attempted murders of the former spy and his daughter. Okay. Exhibit A, the bench, which has the guy's arse indent on it still. That's as far as I know a lot of people are worrying about this, but usually the kind of people that worry about these sort of things anyway. But until it's a massive outbreak, I don't think we've got to be too worried about it. All I can say is, if you see people coughing around you and they're Russian, probably just edge your way a bit. Well, that was all for Get Your Pictures today. I'm going to try and do this daily. Now, I can't guarantee it, but I'm going to try my best. If my best isn't enough, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. But I would love to do daily uploads. I would really love it. I'd love it to be something easy because I'm such a lazy person. I'm joking, I'm not a lazy, I am a lazy person, but yeah, I'm talking to myself really. Yes, so I'm going to try and, this is a quick, easy video to do, so I'm going to try and do this daily, including when I'm not even, like, free that day. I'm just going to do it quick, you know, I'll just be quick, that's the top 10, blah, blah, blah. And depending on the time of day, depending on what sort of news stories I probably have on there, so if I miss something important, there you go. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please do a like if you did. Please comment and subscribe and all that good stuff, and any sort of ideas you may have. If this does go well and I actually get some comments, maybe I'll do a reread of the comments and do this sort of thing with that. Who knows, the possibilities are endless, and I have so much creative energy and I have nothing to do with it. So give me a hand here and just give us a like, share, subscribe. Check out Review Life On. There's a lot of videos on that as well. I think we have more subscribers there than I do here, but you know, it's still nice to have. I haven't uploaded on there either for a while, so you know, problems there. But that is a sort of group effort thing, and I haven't seen everyone as much as I have in the past, so that's what's going on. Anyway, thank you once again for joining me. I am RyzorGick, and I'll see you next time, guys. Later.